locked my heart behind old walls, convinced that love had had its turn. Too many nights, too many scars, too many bridges left to burn. I told myself I'd never fall, I'd learned enough from all the pain. Then you walked in without a warning, and nothing stayed the same. You never tried to change my past, you simply held my hand. Somehow your quiet kind of love made me believe again. You're unlike anyone I've known. You found the light I couldn't see. You woke a heart that gave up beating when love had walked away from me. You painted colors in my sky where only empty gray had grown. You didn't just steal my heart, you gave it back its home. You saw the man behind the scars, not the stories people knew. You never asked me to be perfect, you only asked me to be true. Every smile you gave to me felt like sunrise after rain. For the first time in forever, love no longer felt like pain. You taught me broken hearts can't heal, not all endings stay the same. Sometimes the one you least expect comes and changes everything. You're unlike anyone I've known, the answer to my silent prayers. You love the pieces I was hiding, like they'd always belonged somewhere. You showed me hope still has a voice, even after all I've been through. I thought my story had its ending, then it started again with you. If I had met you years before, maybe I wouldn't understand, because it took 1,000 heartbreaks to recognize your hand. Now every scar has found its meaning, every tear has led me here. Sometimes forever doesn't find you until you've conquered every fear. You're unlike anyone I've known, the miracle I never chased. When I believed that love was over, you filled my empty space. You didn't rescue me from darkness, you simply showed me where to start. The greatest gift you ever gave was teaching me to trust my heart. I thought my heart was fast asleep until you whispered love into my soul. You're unlike anyone I've known, and now I'm finally home. We started with nothing but a dream, a little apartment and a promise to keep. You held my hand and smiled at me, saying love was all we'd ever need. I said just wait a little longer, I'll build a life you deserve. So I traded every sunset for another late night shift, never knowing what it was worth. You never wanted diamonds, you never asked for gold. You only wanted someone to keep you from the cold. This is the last tear I'll cry for you, the final drop that my broken heart can lose. I loved you more than words could ever say, but I love tomorrow more than yesterday. Now the silence calls your name, echoes through an empty room. This is the last tear falling from my eyes, because there's nothing left to lose. Birthdays came and passed like strangers. Our anniversary became another day. Every I'm sorry sounded weaker as I slowly drifted away. One night you smiled so peacefully, a smile that somehow hurt the most. You placed the ring into my trembling hand and whispered words I'll never outgrow. I don't need a perfect future, I just needed you today. You were never asking for forever, just one more evening by my side. But I kept chasing distant horizons while watching us slowly die. This is the last tear I'll cry for you, the final drop that my broken heart can lose. I gave my life to build our dreams while losing the one who dreamed with me. Now this house feels like a memory, every wall still speaks your name. This is the last tear falling from my eyes, nothing will ever be the same. Now I have the house, the car, the life I promised you, but every room is empty, because the only person I wanted to share it with is gone. I won the future and lost my forever. This is the last tear I'll cry for you, not because I stopped loving you, but because my soul is tired of breaking every night without you. If I could live this life again, I'd leave the overtime behind. I choose one more sunset in your arms over every dream I made mine. Tonight, this is the last tear, not because I've healed, but because there's nothing left inside of me to cry.
We counted stars instead of promises, believing love could conquer anything. With every laugh and every whispered dream, you made this broken world feel complete. But every road we tried to follow only led to another wall. The more we reached for forever. The Father Heaven let us fall. They'll never know what we have shared, or how hard we've tried to stay. Some hearts are torn apart before they ever fade away. If we have to say goodbye, will you still remember my name? Will you keep me somewhere in your heart, even when life has changed? If we're meant to walk alone, promise me one thing before you go. Don't ever think our love was wasted. Every moment with you was home. We never ran out of love, we only ran out of time. The world kept pulling us apart until letting go became our only fight. I still remember your trembling hands, trying hard not to cry. You smiled while your heart was breaking, so I wouldn't say goodbye. Maybe another life will find us, where love won't have to hide, when no one tells two hearts they were never meant to survive. If we have to say goodbye, will you still remember my name? Will you keep me somewhere in your heart, even when life has changed? If we're meant to walk alone, promise me one thing before you go. Don't ever think our love was wasted. Every moment with you was whole. Years may steal our faces, distance may steal our days, but no one can erase the love we couldn't save. Maybe we lose each other, but never what we were. If we have to say goodbye, I'll carry your love wherever I go. No matter how many miles divide us, you'll always be my home. And if someday our paths cross again, don't cry for what couldn't be. Just smile, because once in this lifetime, you belonged with me. Some love stories never end, they simply continue in memory.
You never got to choose. I left before you spoke. I ran before your heart could breathe, before our world was broke. I saw the fear behind your smile. Two hearts were pulling you apart. I couldn't stand to watch you drown, so I disappeared with mine. I thought that love was letting go, even if it buried me alive. I'd rather lose the one I love than watch her soul divide. You never got to choose. I stole that chance from you. I walked away in silence, believing love was something heroes do. I carried all the blame, so you would never have to lose. But every tear I cry reminds me you never got to choose. The years kept falling like the rain, but not a day erased your name. Every sunrise eyes felt the same. Every heartbeat called your name. And one cold afternoon you came, standing where we used to dream. Your eyes were filled with broken skies. Nothing was the way it seemed. You looked at me with trembling lips, like time had frozen in the air. Then every word you held inside became my deepest prayer. You never got to choose. You never got to say that if I'd only stayed one more night, you would have begged me not to walk away. I tried to save your heart, but only tore our world in two. The greatest love I ever gave was the one that lost you. You said, why did you leave before I answered? Why did you make my choice alone? I searched for you through every season, but you were already gone. I would have chosen you forever. I was always holding on. You never gave me one last moment to tell you where I belong. You never got to choose, and that's the wound I'll always wear. I traded us for silent dreams, thinking love meant disappearing there. If I could live this life again, I'd stay no matter what we lose, because the greatest mistake I ever made was never letting you choose. You never got to choose, and neither did my heart. I left to set you free, but all I did was tear our world apart. We drew our future on a paper napkin, a little house on a quiet street. You wanted roses by the window, I said your smile would make it complete. We laughed about the pain we choose, the Sunday mornings we'd grow old. Every dream was built together, long before a single stone. Life had other plans for us. Dreams don't always stay. Some blueprints fade into the wind before they're ever made. I built the house we never built. Every room still calls your name. The front door's always left unlocked, though no one's ever came. There's a picture on the fireplace of the life we never knew. I built every wall with hope, but every brick still misses you. The kitchen waits for morning coffee, two empty chairs beside the view. Your favorite song still fills the silence, like somehow it's bringing me back to you. The garden blooms each springtime, just the way you used to say. But flowers can't replace the hands that were meant to stay. People say that time can heal, maybe that's the truth. But time can't fill an empty home that was built for two. If these walls could tell our story, they'd say love never died. It simply learned to live alone inside this house tonight. I built the house we never built, not because I couldn't move on, but because some dreams deserve a place, even after they're gone. If you ever find your way back, you'll still have your key, because every brick was laid with love, and every room remembers we. The lights are always on at night, just in case you come around. This will always be the house we never built. Your heart was never free, it already belonged to someone else. Still I stayed and called you friend, keeping my feelings to myself. Every smile you shared with me was never meant to say I care. I learned to treasure every moment, even knowing I wasn't there. I never asked you to choose me, I never wished your world apart. The only mistake I ever made was loving the wrong heart. I fell in love with the wrong heart, one that never beat for me. I watched your eyes light up for someone else, while hiding what you couldn't see. If loving you means letting go, then that's the road I'll walk. I'd rather love you from a distance than become the reason you are lost. I celebrated all your joys, even when they broke my soul. I wore a smile you believed, while silence took its toll. Sometimes love is standing still, while someone else's dream comes true. The hardest part was never losing, it was never having you. Maybe in another lifetime our hearts would meet the same sunrise, but this time fate wrote different names in your beautiful eyes. I fell in love with the wrong heart, but I'll never call it wrong, because loving you made me stronger. Even if I couldn't hold on, you'll never know the tears I hid, or every prayer I made. The wrong heart to love still became the best love I ever gave. Some hearts are never ours to keep, but they can still teach us how deeply we can love. There's an old bench by the riverside, where your hand once rested close to mine. The leaves still dance just like before, but you're not walking through that door. The seasons changed, the years went by, Still I return beneath the same old sky. The bench still waits for us, like time has never moved. It keeps our silent promises, the words we never proved. Though you're somewhere far away, and life has pulled us apart, the bench still waits for us, just like my heart. I trace your name inside my mind, though every mark has faded with time. The wind still whispers through the trees, as if it carries memories. Maybe one day you'll walk that road and find me where we shared our hope. If destiny is kind enough, it will lead you back to us. The bench still waits for us, under sunsets soft and gold. It knows a love like ours survives, even when it grows old. If tomorrow brings you home, you'll find me where we used to start. Oh, the bench still waits for us, just like my heart. Some places never learn to say goodbye, because true love never really leaves. Every Friday, 5 o'clock, the same small table by the window, a cup of coffee growing cold, while she watched strangers come and go. She wore the smile you used to know, saving the seat across from hers, believing every opening door might finally bring you home. The waiter knew her by her name, he'd softly ask the usual again. She'd simply nod and look outside, still believing you'd walk in. She waited until she couldn't, until hope ran out of time. She stopped counting empty Fridays, stopped calling you still mine. The chair beside her stayed untouched until she whispered, I'm done. She waited until she couldn't, then she became someone. One last letter in her purse, a ring she never got to give. She left them underneath the cup, along with every dream she lived. The little bell above the door rang softly as she walked away. She never looked behind her, she had nothing left to say. Months went by, then you returned, flowers shaking in your hands. You searched the room with hopeful eyes, not knowing you'd been too late. She waited until she couldn't, but love had already moved on. The seat you left so long ago was finally withdrawn. You found her note beneath the cup, the words still warm somehow. I waited for you with all my heart. Now it's time I wait for myself. Some people don't stop loving you, they simply stop waiting. By the phone each night, while I kept chasing other skies. You gave your heart without a doubt. I never saw the tears behind your smile. You stayed when I gave you reasons to walk away from me. I thought your love would never end. How blind could I be? You never asked for anything, just one little place inside my heart. I didn't know I was destroying the best love from the start. I learned your worth too late, when someone else held your hand. He gave you all the love I never gave. Now I finally understand. I begged you, please come back to me, but your eyes had moved on. I learned your worth too late. Now I'm left loving you alone. I saw your smile shine brighter than I had ever seen before. Not because you stopped loving, but because you stopped waiting anymore. He looked at you the way you dreamed, the way I should have done. when they're loving you in extraordinary ways. Every morning I check the mailbox, hoping your words would find their way. The silence answered every question as another season slipped away. I learned to live without your voice. I buried dreams beneath the rain. Then one cold afternoon it found me calling out my name. Your letter came too late, after my heart had learned to heal. You wrote the words I longed to hear, but time had changed what's real. You said you'd never stop loving me, that you prayed we'd meet someday. I held your letter close to my heart, but your letter came too late. Letter came too late. The paper carried tears and memories. Every line was filled with regret. You finally told me all the reasons I spent years trying to forget. If only yesterday had waited, if only pride had walked away, maybe we'd be writing our future instead of reading yesterday. Your letter came too late, but I'll never hate your name. Some hearts arrive at love together, some are separated by time and fate. I'll keep your words where they belong, like a photograph that won't fade away. I smiled and folded up your letter because it came too late. Some words can't heal a broken heart, but only if they arrive before goodbye. Before goodbye. This old church feels different today. The bells are ringing far away. I took a seat among the crowd, smiled so no one would ask me how. Then the doors opened, time stood still. You walked in dressed in white. For one last moment I believed you'd look at me tonight. I watched you marry someone else with tears I could not show. You smiled the way you used to smile, the one I used to know. When you whisper, I do, loved you enough to let you go. The vows you made were soft and true, the kind I once imagined too. I clap my hands just like the rest, while hiding heartbreak in my chest. Love isn't always holding on. Sometimes love means walking on. If he's the one who makes you smile, then every tear was worth the while. I watched you marry someone else, but I will never curse your name. You gave me memories I'll always keep, and I'll be grateful just the same. May every dream you dreamed come true. May every morning bring you light. I watched you marry someone else and disappeared into the night. Some loves are never meant to stay. They simply teach our hearts how to love anyway. Every morning I wear my best disguise, a borrowed smile to hide these tired eyes. They say I'm strong, they think I've moved along, but they don't hear the silence in my song. I laugh with everyone around, while my heart keeps breaking without a sound. There's tears behind my smile, a storm I hide all the while. No one sees the pain I keep, or all the nights I couldn't sleep. I'm smiling just to fool the world, while every memory still hurts. If you look deep into my eyes, you find the tears behind my smile. Your picture still hangs inside my mind, like a chapter that I can't leave behind. I tell myself that I'll be okay, but missing you won't fade away. Every hour I find is just a lie. I'm breaking slowly deep inside. There's tears behind my smile, a storm I hide all the while. And no one sees the pain I keep, or all the nights I couldn't sleep. I'm smiling just to fool the world, while every memory still hurts. If you look deep into my eyes, you'd find the tears behind my smile. won't cry forever now. I'll carry every broken dream until I learn what healing means. One day this heart will beat again. The love has left our eyes somehow, but until that morning light, there'll be tears behind my smile. I watched you smile from far away, 1,000 words I couldn't say. Every heartbeat called your name, but I kept hiding all the same. You were the light inside my sky, while I just let the moments fly. I loved you more than you could see, a silent dream that stayed with me. I built a world inside my mind, hoping someday you'd look behind, but every chance just slipped away. And now there's nothing left to say. You never knew I loved you so. I hit my heart, I let it go. I wore a smile, I hid the pain while dancing slowly in the rain. If I had told you from the start, maybe you'd be holding my heart. Now you're gone, and all I do is love someone who never knew. I heard you say you found someone. That's when I knew my chance was gone. I whispered goodbye to the air, pretending I no longer cared. But every night I call your name, the empty silence stays the same. Some stories end before they start, leaving echoes in the heart. If love could turn the hands of time, I'd tell the truth instead of hiding mine. Even if you'd walk away, at least I'd know I tried that day. You never knew I loved you so. The deepest feeling I'll never show. You're still the wish inside my soul, the missing piece that made me whole. Though fate has written different plans, I'll always treasure what never began. Forever here, forever true. I loved you, but you never knew. I gave you all the love I had, every smile, every chance. You looked right through my waiting eyes, like I never had a chance. I stayed when everyone walked away, still hoping you'd see me someday. But every word just fades like rain, and I'm the only one in pain. Can you hear this silent cry? Or am I invisible tonight? Is your heart numb, or do you just not care? I've been standing here sky, watching every dream of us slowly die. Tell me what I'm fighting for when you keep closing every door. Is your heart numb? Or was there never room for me at all? Memorize the things you love, the little dreams you never shared. But every step I took for you was answered by another stare. I'm tired of chasing shadows now, trying to make you turn around. Maybe love can't bloom alone, maybe I should let you go. One day you'll look behind and find the love behind, but I'll be gone with all the tears, taking back my wasted years. Was your heart numb, or did I love too much? Why can't I ever feel your touch? I gave you everything I had, you left me holding on to the past. If loving you was all in vain, I'll learn to smile through all this pain. Your heart was numb, but mine loved enough for two. Goodbye. Hope someday you'll learn what it feels like to love someone. Never stopped loving you. The silence filled the room tonight. Your shadow slowly left my side. The words we couldn't dare to say became the reason you walked away. I held your hand one final time, pretending everything was fine. But deep inside I knew somehow forever ended here and now. I searched your eyes for one last sign, a reason you were still mine. But love had already closed the door, leaving echoes forevermore. This is our last goodbye, with tears we cannot hide. Two broken hearts still beating, walking to different skies. If love was meant to stay, It only means I had to let you go. The coffee's cold, the night's too long, but I still play our favorite song. Your empty chair still faces mine, as if you left for just a while. The stars have changed 1,000 times, the seasons wrote 1,000,000 lines. Yet every sunrise brings me hope that somehow you'll come back home. You tell me I should let you go, but love is something they don't know. Some hearts don't stop believing, even after all this time. I still wait beneath the same old sky, holding on to promises that never learn to die. Maybe I'm a fool, maybe love is blind, but every beat inside my heart still whispers your name tonight. I still wait through every lonely day, praying fate will lead you back somehow, someday. Until the stars stop shining, until the oceans fade, I'll be standing where you left me. I still wait. I smile when people ask your name, but deep inside I'm not the same. The world keeps turning without you, but mine stopped the day you flew. If loving you is all I own, and loneliness has become my home, I'd rather carry all this pain than forget your face again. If tomorrow never brings you near, I'll still love you through the years, because some hearts were made to stay, even when love walks away. I still wait, though time keeps passing by, with 1,000 silent tears I've never learned to cry. Maybe you'll remember, maybe you'll return, maybe one more chance is all this broken heart has earned. I still wait with hope I cannot break, for the love that's worth every lonely night awake. If forever is the price of loving you this way, then forever I'll be here. I still wait. If you ever find your way back, you know exactly where to find me. You held my hand beneath the rain and swore we'd never feel this pain. You looked at me without a doubt, never said love would burn out. We built our dreams on whispered words, all slowly slipped away. Now all that's left are memories echoing your name. Broken promises scattered like the falling rain. Every word you swore forever vanished into yesterday. Broken promises still keep calling out your name. You walked away with all our tomorrows while I stay here holding on to the pain. Your picture fades, but not the scars. They're written underneath my heart. I tried to hate the love we knew, but every road still leads to you. Some nights I hear your voice again, like a ghost carried by the wind, reminding me that love can die, even when we never said goodbye. If forever was just a word, why did it sound so real? If love was meant to last, why am I the only one who still feels? Broken promises, they're all that's left of you and me. 1,000 dreams are lying shattered where our future used to be. Broken promises, I'll carry them through every year. Not because I can't forget you, but because they once gave me something to believe. Some promises are never broken, they simply break the heart of the one who believed them. The sun went down without a sound, as tears kept falling to the ground. You held me close one final time, like love was running out of time. No angry words, no tears to blame, just two hearts calling out each name. We knew goodbye had found its way, but neither heart was ready that day. If love could stop the hands of time, I'd never let you leave my life. But fate had written different plans beyond the dreams we used to have. Until we meet again, I'll keep your love inside my soul. Every heartbeat, every prayer will guide me worthwhile. Though empty days keep passing by, your memory never says goodbye. Some people leave but never fade. Their love becomes the light they gave. So every dawn I still believe our story isn't meant to leave. Maybe tomorrow, maybe another place, another time. When heaven opens one more door, you'll reach for my hand, just like before. Until we meet again, I'll never say farewell to you, because true love never really ends. It only waits beyond the blue. Until we meet again, I'll chase the sunrise with your light. And if forever keeps us far apart, I'll find you in another life. Goodbye is only a word when two hearts promise to meet again. The night has wrapped the world in blue. That's when I always run to you. Beyond the silence, past the pain, you smile like sunshine after rain. The morning steals you from my eyes, leaving only empty skies. But every sunset softly seems to lead me back into my dreams. Reality may keep us far apart, but no one can imprison my heart. When I close my eyes tonight, you'll be waiting in the light. Forever in my dreams, that's where our love still lives. A place where time can never steal the moments that we give. Forever in my dreams, you're always by my side. If I can't hold you in this life, I'll meet you every night. I hear laughter in the wind, like you have never really been gone. Every star that lights the sky feels like your whisper from above. Though daylight says you're far away, my soul still finds you every day. Because the heart remembers things that time could never take from me. world falls asleep, our story begins again.